Okay, let's get things started now. So, for those who missed the last part, we had a bit of we got to shill some Ghost Rider. Finally checked out Sonic IDW, talked a lot about it, especially the DC crossover. Watched some MCU movies or just superhero films that got better as I watched more. KOF finally showed up. I talked about the God of War games for a bit. Final Fantasy was a thing. And yeah. But let's just say, like, I've had a pretty interesting few weeks right now. Like, I'll get to the stream in a bit. Like, let me just put on the background music at least. And wait, media application capture. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, that should have music up. But yeah, I definitely say I've had an interesting few weeks. Between seeing all those insane reactions to the Kratos Asura video, and the trip I took with like the Trash Picks crew, and now I come back, and my city has the worst air pollution it's suffered in a long ass time. Like, damn. The air quality was literally life-threatening yesterday. Hey, Falco DD8. What's going on? Also, thanks for dropping out of left field, Honimus. Yeah, it's been one hell of a roller. It's been like a decent roller coaster for me this July, I'd say. For good and better and for worse. And that's probably kind of why it took me so long to get around to doing this second part. But yeah, let's see what we got looking forward to right now. Like, what we're going to talk about in this part. Got two JRPGs left to discuss. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, I feel sorry. Like, thoughts and prayers to Canada, I guess. Even if it ain't much, but it's honest work. Yeah, we got two JRPGs left to talk about. 3 kart racers to talk about. The best Switch 2 game ever to talk about. Finally get to discuss the music albums. And Alan Becker. And first-person shooters. That ain't something I play every day. Multiple Godzilla movies. 2 Devil May Cry games. And a few movies you may or may not have heard of. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, I'd say now's a good time to get going. And like last time we discussed Soul Hackers 2, which I thought was like an okay game, but definitely one that would have benefited from being released like a decade or two ago. What's up, Zio? And but it's not bad. It just doesn't do anything great, and it has some major problems with like certain things that like I'm surprised any games are even able to have today. So, but like the mini map is one. There's also just like the unfortunate handling of the choices and character soul points. Just feels like a mechanic that's behind the times. The battle system isn't anything revolutionary. Let me turn down the music real quick. Honestly, if I really wanted to play a JRPG from 2022 that describes to me the meaning of life or whatever, as well as connections we make along the way, I'd rather play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, baby. Hell yes. Finally happened, chat. Started streaming this game 2 years ago. And not even 1 year ago, finally finished the game. And what I like about Xenoblade 3 is that every party member feels like they matter. Like each chapter gives like some characters more focus than others, but it doesn't feel like any of them are shafted, which I think is like an insane feat of writing. So like, and yeah, it's definitely a lot. Like, I played through Houses, so I know what a lot is like, because you have to spend a lot of time in the pause menus and such. But once you manage to get through everything, it can be an incredibly engaging combat system, especially with like all the builds as you earn more classes, which I just straight up wanted to unlock every single one. Because there were so many, because the builds were like that fun. Also because like I needed something to level up while moving on to the next objective. So yeah. And speaking of which, I think that having the classes be unlockable instead of specifically more party members, it was a really great choice. And I would like to see more JRPGs experimenting with this. So yeah, S tier. But it's not quite the best JRPG I played last year. It's Tales of Xillia Remastered. Like, is anyone really that surprised? This is my favorite game from my favorite video game series. And it's just a strictly better version of it. So literally nothing had a shot in hell at like overtaking this for me. Like, this is just the same game I've already had a lot of experience with, just like inherently better. Better frame rate, better visuals. Like 4K on PS5 is the only things that I can nitpick about it are like the audio balancing. Finally, like the audio balancing was that got see Canadian Waluigi gets it. And yeah, anyways, but and yeah, like there were some audio balancing issues like at the start, though. I think they've all been patched out now. And also for some reason, like, I just noticed the menus were like a teeny bit glitchy. And like, but like, and even a teeny bit laggier than the PS3 version, but I only noticed that because I put that many hours into the original game. So yeah, this like, Xillia Remastered, absolute cinema. But here's something I think we might be more familiar with. 3 kart racers from 2025. Wow, we have Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Kirby Air Riders. Now, chat, real quick. Which one of these 3 do you think is my favorite? Guess right now. In fact, look, where can I leave a poll exactly? Okay, here, I forgot how to start a poll. Oh, here it is. Start a poll, add option. Okay, starting the poll. I'm gonna leave it on for a few minutes. No, Duran Lewis, we literally just started. You just made it in time. Like, I just discussed, like, all you missed was that Xenoblade 3 and Tales of Xillia Remastered. Mario Kart World might be controversial, but the soundtrack is so good I'm still listening to this so real. Alright, I'm gonna get a body armor. Okay. So far, Sonic Cross Worlds is in the lead right now. Also, I like Mario Kart World just fine, but Cross Worlds is just on a whole other level. Yeah, that's fair. Good thing I have my Kirby body armor. Hey, cheers, Falco, body armor gang. My voice mod playthrough? New headset. Switch only headphones. Switch device. Oh, wait. Shoot up. Okay. Having a bit of trouble in voice mod. Nothing huge or anything. Just... There. There we go. Okay, it seems like we're not gonna get any voice mod or soundboard chicanery. Okay. Alright. Been a minute. I'm gonna close the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's ended! Dailies and Mentalgen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Sonic Cross Worlds Racing got 58%. Kirby Air Riders got 42%. And Mario Kart World didn't get anything. Wow. No one voted for Mario Kart World. And that's sad because I do quite like all three of these games. Like, genuinely. Like, again, 3 cakes. 3 cakes. Now, let's take a look at the first cake real quick. I still stand by, like, what I said in my, like, Divided video about how Mario Kart World is, like, the first game in the series where you just cannot pick up and play and understand everything immediately. It requires actual investment, like between all the new mechanics, the strategies you can pull off in Knockout Tour, which, by the way, is the best side mode of any Mario Kart game. Yeah, again, yeah, Deal Picker, man. Again, 3 cakes, 3 cakes. And you know what? It was the smallest cake for me too. Put it right between God of War games. No, actually. Nah, I'll put it above both God of War games. Why not? Only problem I have is that... Well... Yeah, they did just release an update a few days ago. Yeah, it was a DLC, which is very weird. But, hey... At least it's getting some post-launch life to it. And maybe in the future they'll drop a character. And, like, it is free DLC. Like, this isn't like a Knockout 2 or Battle Pass or whatever. I predicted this in my video. I'm gonna say it once again here. There is a non-impossible chance that post-launch characters and carts will be the paid DLC. Will be paid. And courses. There's a non-impossible chance. Like, you can tell this presentation was made before, like well before Mario Kart got any updates. Now for the second cake, Sonic Cross Worlds Racing. This is the one y'all thought would win, yes? And so, let's discuss it. So ground terrain has insanely smooth and satisfying turning. And I really like air terrain, letting you, like racing in planes, where you can pseudo almost infinite drift, like whenever you want. That's so fucking rad. And kind of takes me back to the original Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, at least the DS version, where you could actually drift infinitely. For some reason. The game was not very well balanced, but... what are you gonna do? And, like, nearly every single track is really, really good. Some are better than others, obviously, but I like a lot of them so far. Now, admittedly, I haven't played all the DLC courses, as I've heard that Minecraft World and Bikini Bottom are, like, not particularly well designed. And the Pac-Man stage is fine, I guess. Like, it at least changes things up with the pack maze, I suppose. Though, like, I do quite like the Wily's Castle state, of course, quite a bit. And pretty soon we're gonna get Ninja Turtles, Avatar, Godzilla, Evangelion content. Like, just imagine if, like, this game's second season pass ends with Dragon Ball or something. Can y'all just imagine? No. This second season pass is gonna have Shrek and Dragon Ball in the same pass. Just imagine it. But yeah, generally I really like its handling of DLC. Cause like, even though it has season passes, it still gives like everyone at least one free DLC thing, like character and cart. And like I feel like games should normalize handling DLC like that if it allows for it. Oh, Kung Fu, yo, Berserk! Fucking Berserk! Okay, now what? I'm pitting that. That is amazing. That is an amazing idea. Fuck yes. Oh yeah. Kung Fu Panda would also be pretty cool. Like, just imagine Guts, Dragon Slayer as a Dragon Slayer's extreme gear. Come on. Oh, Billy and Mandy, that would be a really deep cut. Cause like, when's the last time Billy and Mandy had like shown like significant relevance? So yeah, sounds like it has all the makings of a Supreme tier. And with that in mind, Nosferatu Zadko. I don't think you will be surprised to hear me say that it is not in the Supreme tier, unfortunately. It's very, very good. But it's mainly water driving, like driving on water. The lack of a proper drift, like replacing with flips that, to be fair, some of the tracks do base it around, though for some reason Water Palace is like the worst one with it. It's the first water thing. Austin Powers? Damn, okay. Oh, there was a Jellystone X Cartoon Network. Whoa! I did not know about that. Like, damn. Also, holy shit. Getting S ranks in time trials is fucking brutal. Thank God you only need A ranks to unlock, like, the soundtrack, but holy shit. It was wild. Excuse me. What about Kirby Air Riders? Like, I played the original Kirby Air Ride a good few years ago. After like around the time where like it started, like where its cult following started like popping off. So I tried it on a definitely not dolphin emulator shaped GameCube. And yeah, it was good. But then Air Riders comes out, it's literally just the original game, but better in every way. Like, I have no reason why I would want to go back to the original at this point. Like, it has everything from the first game. Between the city trial stuff. Well, actually, I don't think it has the top-down view tracks from the first game. Does it? Like, I genuinely don't remember, because I haven't played a lot of Top Ride. I'll fact check. Kirby Air Riders. Top Ride tracks. Top Ride. Yeah, it is Top Ride, I call it. Top Ride mode. Top Ride guide. Courses. Yeah, they're not in this game. Yeah, they're not in this game. Okay, so I guess that's one reason to go back to the original. But would you really want to, though? Like, just for, like, a few... Just, like, for some different top ride courses. Would you really want it? Anyways, back to the better Kirby Air Ride game. It just has so much to like unlock and play around with between all the characters, the colors, the machines, and like you can unlock the same machine in more than one way, but that just gives you like a My Machine for free, which, hey, that's pretty neat. Yeah, Cross Wars also has a really good soundtrack. And like, I thought Road Trip was a pretty solid story mode equivalent. Like, the only problem is that I don't think you needed to like play through it twice to like actually beat it. It was like I would have preferred just like an actually longer story mode. But otherwise, low key, I would have paid $80 for this game. I'm not joking. And with that in mind, Kirby Air Riders is a Supreme Tier game! Chat, whoever voted Kirby Air Riders, you guys just won. Y'all just won. Okay, let me move Xenoblade 3 up. I'll put it around here. Yeah, Kirby Air Riders is my favorite racing game of 2025. Like, mainly because, like, it's the only racing game that has kept me hooked, like, day after day after day after day after day. Like, it's worn off eventually, like, a lot of, like, pretty much every game does for people, but still. I put, like, more hours into this game than any of the other, like, the other ones. But again, 3 cakes. We have a respectable sized chocolate cake with Mario Kart World. And then like a chocolate strawberry cake with 3 different layers with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. But then we get a 5-layer cake of the objectively best flavor. And by that I mean it's not a specific flavor, it's literally just whatever is your favorite flavor of cake. Like, specifically your favorite flavor of cake. That's Kirby Air Riders. But again, you can't stay mad about 3 cakes. He takes 3 cakes. Stole 40 cakes. Now, DK Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game blew everybody away. I would have paid $80 for this game too. Just gonna say that. You have monkey noises. Oh yeah, banana cake. Yeah, that's literally DK's face. Some might say it's like the best Donkey Kong game. Would I agree with that? Well, let's just say... Actually, Hank, first things first. I already called it the best Switch 2 game so far, so... Let me just put it where it belongs. I'll put it below Steel Ball Run. Where it belongs. Yeah, just... Grifters are white noise the more anti-grifter slop you watch. Like, I'm speaking from experience. Like, Anthony Gramuglia, Birdman, just those 2 for me. But I do watch a lot of their stuff pretty regularly. Anyways, now, the Bonanza forms are a perfect expansion of the DK formula, bringing like the animal in fact, in general, there are a lot of things that I recognize from like a lot like previous Donkey Kong platformer games. Like the obviously the Bonanza forms like are supposed to be like the replacement for like Animal Buddies from the original trilogy, but you also had like the Snake Bonanza, which has the super jump, Rattly super jump, and then like the ostrich being really fast kind of reminds me of riding espresso. And the first Bonanza form, I don't remember what it's called. Is there any way to find? I'm not releasing the PowerPoint. No. And like, of course, it has the battle trials and puzzle challenge, like battle trials from DK64, along with just being 3D. And like, even if it's like general gameplay, even its gameplay flow of like being based around just like interacting with like the environment around you, is technically an expansion of what Donkey Kong Country Returns did. And yeah, each level feels really, really big. But it's not in the same way DK64's levels were, I'd say, because like 64, like, those were enormous. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if at least one world from DK64 was bigger than this game's entire collection of worlds combined. Like, I will say that the themes aren't as memorable as in 64, at least to me, but they're still fun to move around. Oh, and that music is banging. Do I need to play the Pauline music? Do I need to have Pauline singing in the stream chat? Is that what you want? No. But yes. Okay. Well, all right then. Oh. Wait. Over here. There. Yeah, breaking through is better than jump up superstar. I agree. All Bonanza theme. Transform theme. Here we go. Oh wait. I forgot to pause the other music. I'm stupid. All right, here we go. Oh, you... Sorry about that. I forgot to unmute it. Okay, here we go. Now y'all should be able to hear it. She's rapping. Here he comes. The Kong Bonanza has there we go. Kong Bonanza has Duran Lewis's least favorite theme? Okay. Maybe you might prefer a little disco flamenco music. Come on, baby! Zebra, 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 oh, zebra, zebra, zebra. Was that not enough for you? Would you guys prefer a bit of surf rock? Personally, this one's my favorite theme. That chord progression! Da da da! Oh! Santi Shermanator liked it until I brought up the surf rock. Now they don't like it anymore? Okay. How about some big band then? How about some big band jazz? Oh yeah, and the game officially turned 1 year old today, chat. I forgot to bring that up. Okay, Santi, is this better for you? Okay. Seems like Santi was clearly blown away by that big band jazz, seeing as they haven't responded to this yet. Maybe we can get him to talk with some... house music. I think it's house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is house. Actually, I think it might be hip-hop, not house. Like hip-hop house, fuck it. Well, I mean, Snake Bonanza, like, shows up really late in the game, so I'm not surprised that it's the one you use to lead. Okay. Alright, we know. We already know, chat. We love the music. You love the music. Everybody loves the music. Anybody who says they don't is stupid. No. I'm kidding. I don't feel like playing the K. Rool theme right now. If you really want me to play, like, any of the music... I mean, if you really want to listen to any of the music, it's on Nintendo Music right now. Like, the whole soundtrack is. Nintendo finally learned how to make spring power-up enjoyable. True. And, like, about Pauline, like, the dynamic between DK and Pauline is, like, so wholesome. Like, it's literally the sad dad trope, but flipped on its head, so it's a happy dad game. I love that, and I love that it's DK who has to do that. And, like, this, given that this was made by the Mario Odyssey team, I can feel like this is a really natural extension of, like, Mario Odyssey's gameplay flow. Like, a more challenging version of that game, dare I say. And yeah, the end game is... You need to experience the end game yourself, if you haven't already. So, with that in mind, is this the best Donkey Kong game? Because it has so many good things about it, I wonder if it... No. Sad. We were close. I do prefer Tropical Freeze. I mean, it's my second favorite video game ever, so it already had a big hurdle to hop over. But, like, what I found disappointing was that a lot of the other characters just felt really underutilized. Like, I mean, Void Kong was a really fun antagonist. Like Grumpy Kong and who was the girl Kong again? I forgot her name. Like, Void Kong was utilized well, DK and Pauline were utilized well. Poppy Kong, yeah, thank you. Yeah. But, like, I felt like the other characters, especially Diddy and Dixie, felt really underutilized. Like, Diddy and Dixie only show up in one world, which only has, like 6 golden bananas in the whole thing. I mean, I like Grumpy and Poppy Kong just fine, but I just wanted to see more of them. And, like, I was disappointed. I was also disappointed when I found out that the super rare fossils don't do anything outside of, like, completion score. And, like, the bosses took its sweet-ass time to really hook me. That final boss, though, is peak. And, like, I just kind of wanted more from the post-game. Like, Mario Odyssey had, like, a huge post-game. Because, like, it had, like, a boss gauntlet at the end, the dark side of the moon, and then it had, like, a super boss against, like, a harder version of the Bowser fight, and you had Peach's castle to explore. And, like, there was just so much to do, like, even after beating the game. Also, I gotta love how this game basically did the hijacked by Ganon trope, but made it for King K. Rool. All Bonanza's post game really has is like the DJ trials, I think they're called. It's like the Bonanza trials, which to be fair, are really fun challenges. But that's it. Aside from like collecting all the other things to collect, the DJ trials are like all you have in the post game. like it was doing so fucking well. Like, it is noticeably better than Odyssey, I will say that. Odyssey I'd probably put in A tier. But it's just not quite the best DK game for me. That's okay. And returning from last year, give it up for Eric Ailes, everybody! Here we have another album, Middle of the Road. Like, I do prefer The Crown as far as, like, albums go, but this one has a lot of good songs here. I'll put it, probably right below My Hero Academia. Oh yeah, Void getting punched by K. Rolls. Yeah, it was really good. Alright. And, like, as for my top 5 favorite songs from the album, number 5 is Good Time. It's just, come on and have a good time. Very upbeat. Very, like, has a lot of energy to it. Then Help Yourself, Carry Yourself at number 4. Another solid banger. Carry Yourself. Like, I love the way you carry yourself. I like the lyrics for this one quite a bit. Change in Me has, like, shares a lot of similarities with, like, a majority of my favorite songs from the Crown album. But, like, number 1 is I've Been Deceived, just because, like, those vocals go so fucking hard, man. Sheesh. I got spoiled on the K-Roll reveal, too, during the episode. Alright. Up next, we have 2 Mellows Jet Set Radio tribute albums. And I'm just putting them both in S tier. But I guess for my favorite song, because, like, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk got the bias treatment, which is why it reached the top of the media thread ranking last year. As for which album I like more, probably Memories of Tokyo Toe just a bit. Though my favorite song from Sounds of Tokyo Toe, Future, I like more than a lot of, like, pretty much all the songs from the Memories album. And here are my top favorite tracks. From Memories, number 5, 24-Hour Party People. Number 4, Say Something, Say Something, Say Something. Number 3, Pump Up the Love. Number 2, Rock the Beat. It reminds me, like, sounds a lot like Rock Around, which is one of my favorite tracks from Jet Set Radio. Number 1, Poison Jam. Fuck yes, I love Poison Jam. Number 5, for Sounds of Tokyo Toe, Future. Number 5, Rapid Crew, Can't Move Me. Number 4, Noise, The Invasion. Number 3, Break Down, Break Up, Break Down, Break Up. It's fucking catchy. Number 2, Life on the Line. The opener of this album. What a way to start. And number 1, I Wanna Know. It's my favorite song across both albums. And I've also started listening to some of 2 Mellow's other music. And it's really solid stuff. We all need to expand our musical palettes. It's just something we do in time. Okay, chat. It's time to talk about Alan Becker. I am now a fan of Alan Becker. Oh, wait. Yeah, it turns out, I understand why the Trash Mix crew keeps glazing this show. And, like, I feel like I would have absolutely... put it like, above John Wick. Like, right there. And, like, it is amazing with how it's able to tell such, like, intricate stories without any dialogue. And I also like when they experiment with other... Hey, Eric. I also like when they experiment with other animation styles. Like especially when victims like a henchman, I guess, like show up, because they all have their own animation styles. And yeah, Alan Becker's shit's the best, man. Come on. And for animation versus Minecraft, it was good. I'm not discussing the shorts here. I'm just discussing like the full-on animation versus Minecraft video. I'd say it was good, but its emotional core just didn't really work for me that well. I mean, it's not bad or poorly made or anything. I'd probably put it bottom of B, not too far behind. Yeah, I love what they did with Victim, like just how they brought him back. It honestly like wasn't something I ever thought about, but it just makes so much sense. Oh, by the way, don't spoil the latest episode for me yet. I haven't seen it yet. Like, I've been wrapped up in like so much of my work. No, I'll get around to it soon. But until then, let me explain to you how Doom changed my life. Now, I specifically played the Slayer games. So, like... And, like, a little backstory. Yeah, I'll put it up. Like, a little backstory. So, like... When I downloaded all the... I don't remember if I said at least like the entirety of the story, or even said it at all. But like one day when I got back from like one of my last days of school, like my summer break was just about to start. So I went over to a bar, got a lot of drinks, then went home and just on impulse downloaded several games from the store, and those games were Lego Batman 3, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Soul Hackers 2, and Doom. But Doom wasn't the one that wouldn't download. That's because Final Fantasy 15 was clogging up so much space, so I had to finish that game first, and... yeah. So I played Doom immediately after, and like, given that Final Fantasy 15 is just a game where it just actively de-incentivizes you to give a shit, what I love about Doom is, like, Doom 2016, is that it's the complete opposite. Like, it forces you to, like, pay attention to everything. Like, there's a lot of quick decisions you need to make throughout your progress. So much reacting, even on the easier difficulties. And it's like, it just felt so refreshing to play a game like that. And, like, the level design was also really good. The bosses were fun. And Doom Eternal is just, like, absolute peak. Like, is anybody really that surprised? Like, I guess my only problem with Eternal is that I wasn't expecting the levels to be longer, but like, I got used to it eventually. It was just culture shock, not like actually a problem. And I like how Doom Eternal like actually did more with like expanded upon the mods, where like now more weapons and mods will do better or worse against some demons than others. And the boss fights were better. It's just Doom 2016 but better. Yeah. I don't think anybody should be surprised. Now Halo. I'd say Halo's pretty good too. Like, I've only played Reach in the first game for this year, but I played 2, 3, and 4. And they will be on next year's tier list. Eternal came out in 2020, not 2021. But yeah. Halo Reach, I'll put at the top of C. Just cause like I've heard people glazing the story, how it's in the narrative is really good, but it wasn't captivating me, and like, it felt like it was kind of my fault. Like, my fault because, like, I jumped into Halo Reach because it was a prequel, but I was like, sorry, there was a gnat there. But I was like, no, you gotta play, like, seems like I have to play the other games first to, like, get more invested. So, that's why it's at the top of C. Like, Halo Combat Evolved, I'll also put it at the top of C. Like, the game actually holds up pretty well, like, today. Like, just play the Master Chief Collection on Steam, it always goes on sale for, like, dummy cheap prices. In fact, I got it on a sale when it was on sale for, like, $5, I think. It's solid, like, it definitely does feel like the first game, especially, like, having played the sequels. But, like, it's good. It's good. Even if the level design gets really samey at points. What else did I say? Oh yeah. The Flood. Like, I feel like the game started to get really fucking good once the Flood showed up. It made the atmosphere really tense. It made the narrative more engaging. It intertwined with the gameplay really well. It got me to use more of the shotgun, which is my favorite weapon. God bless. Yeah, the Flood just really makes this game better. Alright, it's time for Godzilla! And again, these are not the only gods, like, what I'll be showing in this tier list is not the only Godzilla films I've seen. I have watched a couple others. I recently watched 3 other Godzilla films. Though I'm not going to say what those are, but you will find out once I get to my Hulk vs. Godzilla review and the ranking. Stay tuned. And, like, this one's just going to be, like, more of a lightning round, sort of. Like, I'm not going to, like, sort of like what I did with KOF. The original holds up really well. Like, relatively speaking for a 1954 film, but the narrative is still really, really good. We've seen the trailer for Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee Remastered. I have not. Like, the narrative is still really, really good. The emotional beats hit really hard. Godzilla being used as an allegory was great. Like, I could definitely tell what it was an allegory for. Though I also heard it was an allegory for something else. I forget what the thing was called. Like, Rainbow Dragon? Something? I don't know. Then I watched Raids again. And, like, I didn't want to be too... Like, I just found it boring. Like, but I also didn't want to be too hard on it because it was the second film ever made. But then I heard people say that this is one of the weaker Godzilla films because it was only made to cash in on the popularity of the first film. And I was like, oh, so I don't have to sugarcoat my negative opinions on it. Okay. So yeah, I found it really boring and aimless. King Kong vs. Godzilla, 1964, to be exact. Very mixed opinions. Very, very mixed. Probably the most mixed out of this tier list. And like... And that's because I found the human characters really interesting. The fights between Kong and Godzilla, like, for 1964 were fun. But it's also just insanely racist. And, like, it's like, objectively an impressive feat of, like, it's an impressive feat of, like, filmmaking, because this was a collaboration between American and Japanese filmmakers. Like, it was actually a pretty big moment for cinema in general. But it's also weirdly, insanely racist in many places. Product of its time. I'm aware. But it's just awkward to watch in this day and age. Can't wait for -0. Same here. I will be there no matter what. Are the older Godzilla movies worth it? I haven't seen all the older ones, like, from the Showa era, but I'd say I liked a majority of the ones I've seen. Especially Godzilla vs. Mothra. Chat, I fucking love Mothra, chat. Like, easily my favorite kaiju so far. Like, I was fucking rooting for Mothra. Like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's my goat. Cheering them on! The Mothra babies too! Let's go! See, Metanux knew. Metanux just knew going in that Mothra would be my favorite. Now, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. I mean, it just felt more like Radon featuring Godzilla and Ghidorah. And, like, I personally think Radon, I personally don't really like Radon that much. I just think, like in Japan it's Radon, but overseas it's Rodan, I think. So like Radon, Rodan, whichever you prefer. Mosuraya. And like, I mean, when we do see Goji and Ghidorah, it is pretty good. But at the same time, it hasn't quite sold me on like why Ghidorah is such a popular monster in the series. But maybe it's like a John Wick scenario where I'm supposed to be watching more Ghidorah as he gets more hype. Which, okay, maybe. Godzilla vs. Kong didn't captivate me, and I feel like it's because I need to be more familiar with like the Godzilla franchise. So I haven't seen Space Godzilla yet. That's because I watched it immediately after Kong 1964. And so, like, I was told that there are, like, quite a few Easter eggs and, like, other little things that enhance the film if you've seen the other ones. And, like, that's probably my fault. So, like, again, I'm not gonna be too harsh on this one. In fact, I'll put it right below 1964. It's best to see the Heisei series in order. Okay, fair. Godzilla Minus One is peak. We all know it's peak. Come on. Like, is anybody really that surprised to see Godzilla Minus One is my favorite? Is anybody that surprised? And like, admittedly, I actually wanted to avoid watching this film. And that's because I was afraid it would cloud my judgment when checking out all the other Godzilla films, especially the older ones. Which is why you don't see any Transformers media in this tier list, because like Transformers 1 kind of did that to me, and I wanted to avoid it for Godzilla. But then I watched it in the movie night during the Hulkzilla waiting period, and like, I'm very glad I did. I'm very glad. And also, I was able to set my expectations lower. And that's entirely because of fucking Final Wars. I have no idea what the fuck was going on in this movie, but it was just the most hype shit ever. It's literally hype moments in Ara. But in a good way. I say that affectionately. Like, it's Godzilla's hype moments in Ara slop. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. I love Final Wars, me too. Yeah. Alright, and that's all the Goji films in this tier list. Up next, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry speaking. Well, you never really start with your best game. It was probably, I believe it was the first 3D beat 'em up, and it was also meant to be like the original edition of Resident Evil 4, which is why it has a Resident Evil style camera, which does not quite work for its gameplay style. But like, I can't be too harsh on it. But like it's aged worse than Halo Combat Evolved did when playing sequels. Also, it repeats the same bosses over and over again. Like, fuck that spider, man. Like, it's pretty... Like, and Rebellion was the only weapon that I liked using. Ifrit was useless. Sparta was just annoying to use. But it is pretty... But something I noticed is that each weapon kind of has its own devil trigger form, which I thought was pretty cool. And, like, I was able to beat it in one sitting, so, like, it didn't feel like the game was overstaying its welcome. And, like, I say that the end, like, the final boss, like, just the end game in general, I'd say was definitely worth pushing through everything else. Even if the auto lock-on was a choice. And Dill Pickle's onto something. Because I believe... I'm one of the people who say you should be starting with Devil May Cry 3. That game rocks. That game absolutely rocks. Alright, where should I put it? I'll put it below Grace's. Just cause, like, it was a culture shock, like Resident Evil camera, stiff jumping, that stuff, but once I got the hang of it and unlocked more weapons and guns to play around with, and like fought more of the boss fights, which, like, I enjoyed every single one except for, like, the sandworm, but that was because I didn't quite know how to go about it. And, like, in fact, I'll admit that. In fact, like, I'll admit that I wasn't fully sold on Dante as a character. But do you want to know what absolutely made me enjoy, like, absolutely, like, hooked me on the character? Let me find it. I'll play the cutscene when I get there and turn down the music. So, like, you're not gonna hear anything right now. I think it's after the yeah, the music rocks, of course. You know this. Hang on. It was after the server. Like, Cerberus I thought was a great first boss, I will say. Also, I didn't know we got the Okay. Alright, let me get to the cutscene. So, like, I'll mute this, and then... Oh, jeez, desktop audio was, like, still on the whole time. Damn. I didn't realize that. Fuck. Alright, anyways. Here's the cutscene I'm talking about. I think this should be it.
Who knows? I'm not even sure myself.
Regardless, you have proved your strength. I acknowledge your ability.
After this. Okay, okay. Okay, so he does a cool flip. Cool fucking flip.
Are you going to the party?
The
What's
party?
the hurry? Didn't you get an invitation?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Right. Okay, he does a matrix. And then he just surfs on the missile on fucking reaction. This right here was the moment where I fell in love with Devil May Cry 3. That moment right there. And even though it had a couple annoying levels, I was still able to maintain the enjoyment. Like, and I especially remember my oldest brother saying that Devil May Cry was, like, insanely demonic and made him feel uncomfortable, but, like... Come on, this is funny! This is funny! What do you mean, overly demonic and uncomfortable? Fucking wuss ass of a brother. SMH. Okay. How did I not know desktop audio was... I'm muted the whole time. Alright, now we'll get back to this. And yeah, I started with Devil May Cry 3 because, like, unlike the first game, it actually explains to you, like the extent of your combo system, like how style points work, how you're able to mix up your combos, which you are able to do in the first game, but it just never tells you for some reason. Also, it's like canonically where the story begins. What the heck? What, did I accidentally? Must have accidentally. Oh, shoot. Fuck, no! I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Yeah. Also, the boss fights are awesome. And, like, there are more weapons and guns that play around with. And also, like, are also sort of, like, have that same thing from Doom Eternal, where, like, some weapons do more than others. And it's like with the Doom mod. Like, for instance, when I got the shotgun, I was struggling against some flying enemies in the level, but then I tried using the shotgun and realized, oh, I can petrify them with the shotgun. So maybe if I keep using the shotgun against them, it'll be easier. And what do you know? It did get easier. Nice. Okay, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, this animation is just really fucking fun. Oh, see you later, Canadian Waluigi. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I just really like how expressive this is. But story-wise, I didn't quite get it. Like, I mean, it was sort of like a John Wick thing, but like a little worse. Whereas, like, this is definitely fun, and I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not really hooking me. But then the third act was where it all really culminated together, between Rumi's arc, the takedown scene, really liking Genu as a character. Yeah, it's all really solid. Funny you asked that, Eric. I was just going to rank every single song. Number 7, What It Sounds Like. It's fine as a closer, but it's just like a... I feel that Golden would have worked better as a closer, personally, because it just sounds like it's, like, sharing more personal stories and feelings of Huntrix. Whereas What It Sounds Like is just saying, we are here, in a sense. And it's like, it's got a good instrumental, got a good rhythm, melody, and such. But it's just like, eh. Compared to the other songs, doesn't quite hit for me. How it's done, the opening track, yeah, is a great way to start. And then Free, I actually was surprised. Like, Free did that thing where it's like, okay, the lyrics are basically just explaining the scene to you, which it's a kids movie, fine, but none of the other songs did that. And then Golden, which we all know. And then there's Takedown, which I really do like it. But I also cannot listen to it without listening to the Infinite, like, the mashup with the Infinite theme. And when I say, and like, I mean a specific Infinite theme mashup. This one, by Christian Gotcha Edits. Listen to it, it's peak. Genuinely peak. And then, like, Soda Pop, probably the most earworm-coated track in the album. And Your Idol just kind of blew me away as like a climax song, like, slash villain song. It was, love the rhythm, love the lyrics, love the instrumentals. Solid B tier film. Probably. Yeah, I'll put it below first John Wick. Someone was yeah, I was brainwashed by the Nostalgia Boys. Can you blame me? Alright. Up next is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Specifically the first 2 seasons. And, like, that's all I've seen so far. But I was surprised as to how much fun I was having with it. Like, the action and choreography shockingly hold up well, even in the first season. Like, I'm sure that later seasons make them look better. Like, I'm sure that the later seasons make them look better, but there's some plenty of standout shots. And plenty of standout stories, too. Like, the Puppet Show one, the Nightmares, Inca Mummy Girl, and Cordelia's arc, who's a bitch, that bitch character that I actually liked. Unlike, say, Basha from the Owl House. Where, like, there's somewhere on Twitter, there's a video of me ranting about Basha. Like, making fun of her name, and also telling her to visit Harrison, Arkansas, if you know, you know. But yeah, the only problem I have is Xander. Yeah, it's too easy. Kind of sad. Xander's actor just died recently, which is kind of sad. Which, like, it's pretty sad. Because, like, I don't like hearing about deaths, personally. Usually. But, like, Xander is, like, a cross between Sanji and Mineta, where technically you're supposed to be laughing at him, but then like, they sprinkle in, like, occasional moments where Xander does, like, one cool thing, or, like, one like, somewhat generous thing, and, like, all of a sudden he's a good character now. No. You're not gonna make me like Xander. And yeah, Xander sucks. Oops. And now, believe it or not, this is actually where the presentation ends. I just didn't feel like making slides for any of the other ones, so. When it comes to these final 6 movies, these are all movies, chat. First one, Materialist. And side note, if you ever see a movie in one of my media thread rankings that, like, is more of an art house film, or, like, something relatively, like, less popular, like, aggressively not mainstream, it's more than likely that I watched it with one of my brothers. And yeah, I like this. It had an interesting story. Pedro Pascal was good. The other characters and performers were solid. Wait, Hellish Development? Wait, what Hellish Development? Was this for 2016 or Eternal? I didn't even know about its Hellish Development. Like, For Eternal? What happened? I guess I'll try and look into this now. So Doom Eternal and Hell. See if I can find any articles going over it. Doom 2016 originally went through a phase where it was more Call of Duty than classic era shooter. Oh. Oh, okay. Doom Eternal. Behind the scenes. Just some, like, buzzwords. Doom Eternal controversy explained. Wait. Mick Gordon says he was offered 6 figures to... Oh! Holy shit. What is this? What is this? There's a no-clip documentary about it. Okay, fair. Okay. Like, reading the article. The Doom Eternal video game was released in 2020, but 2 years later, there's still some controversy concerning the game's official soundtrack, with composer Mick Gordon offering a lengthy and detailed account of where things went wrong. Okay, here's the statement. Marty Stratton, at ID Software studio director, lied about at Doom Eternal's OST events in a Reddit post that used disinformation to blame me entirely for its failure. Later, he offered me a 6-figure sum to never speak about it. The truth is more important. And then there's the open letter. Like, I'll probably read this on my own time, just so we don't get too distracted. The composer goes on to add, Marty's Reddit post severely impacted both my professional and personal reputation. In releasing this statement, I'm exercising my right to defend myself. It is defense, not an unprovoked attack. Okay. It seems like there's some drama with the composers seemingly not getting paid enough? He was handed a schedule... Wait, here we go. Gordon reveals that when he was brought on board, he was handed a schedule that required 2 levels scored per... 2 levels per month? Huh. Something that, while not impossible, left little margin for alteration. Hey, fair. Yeah, that does sound pretty tense. He had issues with the heads, which is why in the Eternal DLCs and Dark Ages he didn't... Oh, damn. Not even for Dark Ages, wow. But difficulties emerged early on where he wasn't granted the materials in a timely manner. Gordon also claims that a contract delay from ID Software also put him behind schedule almost immediately. While a 2-week marketing interruption. Oh. Okay, so it's more like developer crunch. It looked like a crunch time for the composer. Damn. Poor Mick. The position of having to deal with the schedule as it was, ultimately having to use his imagination to create music for score levels that he wasn't able to see as of yet. He didn't even see the levels for the that he was writing music for? What? Is that what this means? Use his imagination to create music for score levels that he wasn't able to see as of yet. What the fuck? Led to his compositions often getting trashed as they didn't match up once things were eventually... Damn! Oh my goodness! This is insane! And yeah, again, Eternal had longer levels too, so... Holy moly! Oh, hero pay issues over usage of promotional events. Delayed approvals that often left him hanging on the next step and increased score from management league more effective. Oh my gosh. Stupid yawns. And things took a turn for the worse with the E3 announcement that the Doom Eternal soundtrack would be released in 2019. A year before the game came out. What the Pre-orders went on sale immediately, a severe issue because customers were putting money down for a collector's edition item that had no way of materializing. Oh my. Oh, it's in the media. The lack of a contact to produce. Like, wow. Wow. This is crazy. I'll look into the rest of this later. Alright, so yeah, material is good. Freakier Friday. Hey, when you're on Thanksgiving... Wait, yeah, it was bad, which is why people like David Levy, which also helped for Halo for Hell, were the composers for the DLC. Okay, makes sense. Oh, have a good one, Falco. Thanks for tuning in. Anyways, Freakier Friday. Anyways, sometimes when you're on Thanksgiving break with family, sometimes you just want to watch some, like, Disney sequel slop. But I also wish we didn't. This is such a nothing film, frankly. Literally just, like... I did enjoy the first film. Like, the first Freaky Friday, like the Lindsay Lohan one. But, sheesh. Yeah, this was just lame. I did not... This was just a dreadful experience, not gonna lie. Now, Wicked for Good. For those who don't remember, I reviewed the first part of Wicked last year, and I quite enjoyed it. And this one, I quite enjoyed as well. Better in some ways, worse in others. Like, I like the music from the... Like, I felt that the first part had better music and pacing, but the second film definitely had a stronger emotional core and a more compelling endgame. Like, my mom and brother loved it noticeably more than I did, but hey, still liked it. Chad, where should I rank 8 Crazy Nights? Where do you think I should rank 8 Crazy Nights? the iconic, beloved family film. The best Christmas film of all time. 8 Crazy Nights. You know what, Adam Sandler? You know what, Adam Sandler? You aced this film. Wow, really? Wow, really? Yeah, your movie made me laugh like that. That was awesome. Oh, wow, no way. So you're saying my movie is great and epic? Fuck no, it's the worst holiday film I've ever seen, and you failed miserably. But that Bum Biddy song with some really funny shit. We should really do this again sometime and make it an annual tradition to rewatch it every December. Yeah. Last year, when I watched Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, that was just, like, boring content. 8 Crazy Nights was just obnoxious content. You see the day the Earth blew up, Looney Tunes? I have not. I'll be there for Coyote vs. Acme, though. I will be there. But yeah, Bum Biddy and, like, to an extent, Davey reading the letter from his parents are really the only not bad parts of the film. Like, genuinely. Like, the rest of the film is just annoying, frankly. Oh, I'll be checking out the No Clip documentary. Thanks for pointing me to that. Oh, Kirk Collects retrospective, too. Nice. Nice. I'm looking for more YouTubers to watch anyway, so thanks for the heads up. Alright, now The Grinch. Illuminations, The Grinch. This is a movie my family almost watched during Thanksgiving break. Because my sister watches this every year with my niece. And I've constantly heard people say that this is one of the better Illumination films. But did I like it? Well... I didn't think I would have a G... I didn't think I was gonna have a G tier this year, but... G for Grinch. This is just... Yeah, worst Grinch adaptation easily. Like, everybody loves the original Dr. Seuss animation, obviously. And then there's the Jim Carrey Grinch, which, despite giving a good performance, it's kind of insane. And I mean that as both a good and bad thing. Good because, well, Jim Carrey's Grinch really is entertaining. And bad because genuinely feels like every single angle is a Dutch angle for some reason. This is just lifeless. This is just, like, insanely lifeless and, like, absolutely horrible. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch was a miscast. Why is the Grinch an energetic and eccentric character? Why is he eccentric? He feels more eccentric than fucking Cindy Lou, who's a child, and apparently she has an arc, somewhat of an arc, that goes absolutely nowhere. Yeah. And like it just feels like an annoyingly safe adaptation, which is weird to say. Yeah, but that's not why I'm putting it in G tier. I'm putting it in G tier because I don't know how people are going to think about this, but this just straight up did not feel like a Dr. Seuss film. Yeah, Grinch was played by MCU's Doctor Strange, and it sucked. Anyways, like, people say that the animation is, like, really pretty at least, but, like, first of all, it's still Illumination slop, so it's not gonna be that amazing. Like, it's gonna be pretty hard to, like, describe what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can get a background here. Like, why did they show me AI slop when I have AI images turned off? Whatever. Anyways, actually, let me get a picture of Whoville. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it may look festive, but am I the only one who thinks that this is just not Dr. Seuss coded at all? Like, especially the designs of the Who's. Like, they look like Illumination background characters from an average Illumination film. Oh, IMDb might have better screenshots. DB. Let me try that. Essentially has the same problems as the lore. Well, to give the Lorax credit, it at least felt like a Dr. Seuss film. Like, I could definitely look at... Oh, I forgot to type Grinch. Oops. Like, I could definitely look at, like, some of the scenes or listen to one of the songs. And like, it's a bad adaptation of Dr. Seuss, but I can still recognize it as a Dr. Seuss film. All right, here's the page. Yeah, okay. Just look at the title here. Like, this shot. Scheme big. Like, look at this. This doesn't feel like Whoville during Christmas. It just feels like a cliched small town during Christmas. Like... And like, let's compare it to the original. Like, from the original animation. Like, see if I can find a similar shot. Like, I guess it's kind of hard. Kind of hard for me. Like, it's just the way it's all colored. And like, just the designs of all the Who's. Like, I just think that's kind of missing in this adaptation. It could just be me. But like, it feels like way more like a stock Illumination film than a Dr. Seuss film. On top of just being poorly written. Like, even the live action. Like, let me see if I can find live action. Like, even the live action adaptation still felt more like a Dr. Seuss movie. Like, even, yeah, okay, the effects of the Who's, yeah, they look creepy. But you go into, like, Grinch's cave, and it's like, it has all sorts of ridiculous machines for no reason. And, like, the towns also have, like, some wacky vehicles and signs and other stuff, and it does a better job at capturing the Dr. Seuss aesthetic. Crazy how the live-action Cat in the Hat captured the Dr. Seuss aesthetic, the best of all the modern Dr. Seuss adaptations. I don't know. I don't know about that. Michael Myers' Cat in the Hat was the favorite. Yeah. I don't like that movie, personally. But yeah. But we're not gonna, but that's not the movie we're ending with. Because we are ending with the very first Blade film. A staple superhero movie. It's still popular today. But they didn't tell me it was an absolute fucking banger. Like, holy shit, this was like one of the most fun I've had watching a movie, like a superhero movie. Holy shit. Just the action, the set pieces, the designs, the motherfuckers want to skate uphill, quote, we all love. Like, I literally clapped when that line came up. Genuinely a certified hood classic. Absolutely. And that's all of them. That's everything. Let me just delete this here. This was more for, like, you guys. Like, let's share on Twitter. Is it going to share, like, the actual tier list I made, though? Or is it just going to share the ranker? Wesley Snipes is the only Blade IMO. Fair. Fair. I prefer Blade 2 because it was directed by... Ooh. Yeah, I should check out that film. I should check out that film, too. Okay, so I gotta download the actual tier list. Okay. In fact, I should watch more Guillermo del Toro in general. Like, I don't think I've seen any of his films, to be honest. Which is actually really bad for me. Alright. Downloaded successfully. Now we can post on Twitter. Frankenstein. He made a Frankenstein movie? Is it new? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Devil's Backbone, that's another one. Alright. I'll definitely keep an eye out. I'll definitely, like, look through his filmography. And just post it there. Then I'll post it on Bluesky. Yes, you are gonna watch my social media. Ah, Netflix Frankenstein. Okay. All right. That's an ambulance. Oh my gosh. What was that? What was that? I didn't say that. You have it. And post. And that ought to do it. So, as of right now, where I live, the air quality is manageable. It's not amazing, but it is manageable. So, like, but it is speculated to come back soon, to return, like, tomorrow afternoon, evening or so. Pray for me. Pray that doesn't happen. I will be praying that it doesn't happen at all. But otherwise, have a good night, everybody. Go eat dinner if you haven't already. Get a drink, do something fun, play a game, just do whatever. Stream's over. Sayonara.